if you don't want to be you, but you can't be somebody else, who is going to be
Y'all,
you?
welcome back. Episode 7, Thomas Talk. You know, I'm here today in Shreveport, Louisiana, Ford Park with my brother Ashton. We met back in high school, our freshman year. Now we here 5 years out of graduation, out of high school, halfway to our 10-year reunion. Man, honestly, it's a blessing to be here. That's the honest to God truth.
Say it again.
Man, so also, y'all see this hat right here? Big Wheels Fireworks. Get you some fireworks for all y'all to have kids, want to have whatever fireworks you want to get. Come to Big Wheels, and it's more in the city that I know about that I'm going to put during the fireworks season as well. During the fireworks season in the summer and the winter. Man, so I'm going to get Ashton the floor. Man, Ashton, tell the folks what you want them to know.
How y'all doing, everybody? I'm Ashton, or a lot of people call me by Mac. If you need any photo work, any video work, I actually do all of that. Shots by Mac _ on Instagram. If you see the black logo, Eye of the Storm, that is me. Please feel free to hit me up. Tell your people, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know. Get you some beautiful work done, nice camera quality, photos. Working on more video work coming out. Actually, I also have a book coming out, Nostalgia Phoenix Flames. Please be on the lookout for that.
Like I just said, we're 5 years out from my graduation. This past graduation cycle just made 5 years. So now life hits you in all different type of ways. You have expectations, you have
Dreams,
hopes, and also sometimes you can build yourself up so long as a kid to where when you graduate, you didn't build yourself up in the image from what everybody else said you should be, and what everybody else pushed you to be, and you just went into that mold. And then when you finally get out into that real life world, you understand more of what you want. You understand more of what you want to be, what you want to do, and you also realize, hey, I don't need to be what people want me to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm personally, I've been guilty of that. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
I never knew this right here. You know what I'm saying? Thomas Talk. I didn't know that would be a thing for me. I didn't know me writing books, you know what I'm saying, would be a thing for me. I'm pretty sure Ashton, you ain't never think we were gonna pick up a camera, did you?
Never thought I'd pick up a camera.
You know what I'm saying? That goes back to episode 6 with Z Will, Zion Williams. Shout out to you. Self-identity, you know, that goes back to that. So I mean, it's a lot. It's very, very, very different. So, Ashton, explain or just tell us life after high school. Like, what was your expectations?
Man, if I'm gonna be honest, when it came to leaving high school, I honestly expected to go to college on an athletic scholarship. Didn't get it. But I actually ended up going to Alcorn State University on an academic scholarship, full ride. Shout out. But
HBCU?
And with that, I was hoping to play football, push my way towards the league, every child's dream. Be a star athlete, be famous, have a lot of money. But when it came to college, things got rocky. I didn't study in high school, but I made good grades. Came to college, that kind of backfired on me. Got a lot more freedom. Didn't really have to stick to anybody's schedule but my own. It was really up to me to actually get up and go to class, go to practice, do all of this, do all of that. I didn't have anybody over my head telling me, hey, you need to go do this, you need to go do that. So that caused me to actually spiral down, go downward. All that freedom, all that time just to myself, being my own space, kind of pushed me left. Then a lot of things happened, caused my mental state to decline. So I'm gonna tell y'all now, to be in college, you gotta have a strong will, and your mind gotta be right. Your mind gotta be right, cause it's nothing like high school. When classes get harder, that work get harder. but you still get that freedom to actually be you, find out who you really are, what you really want to do. A good thing I can say though, an expectation I did have that actually did come out as expected. I met a lot of people, made a lot of new friends, made some connections with people, got networked with a lot of good people. I know, I know, I know people that do hair, nails, makeup, estheticians. If y'all need anybody, feel free to hit me up. I will send them your way. Tell them Max sent you. But as for the football dream, I didn't get recruited. And when I didn't get recruited, from having all those colleges come to the school, all the recruiters talking and everything, for none of them to actually say we're offering you a scholarship, that kind of put me down, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, that put me down. But going out to Alcorn and actually trying out as a walk-on and making a team and having them want me to actually play as a walk-on, it did something for me. But as I say, that freedom and everything, all that free time, all that freedom that you get to actually just be you and do as you please, I messed that up for myself. I got stuck on girls, other habits that I shouldn't even picked up, and after a while, after a year and a half or so, I came home, and from there, that's when reality hit.
I say have a plan of what you want to do, but also that time after high school, I tell people from 18 to 20 or 22, those 4 years of your life, because if y'all pay attention to people, watch people that go to the military directly after high school and come out like 22, right? So think about it when they turn 22, how they are then. Then watch people that go to college from 18 and those 4 years after. Some might graduate, some might not. But look at those 4 years and they'll be completely different people. Completely different people. Me personally, it's kind of the same thing. That's the one thing, I wasn't really highly recruited, but it was scouts coming to the school, after the season, but majority of them were all JUCOs in Kansas. Washita Baptist came up there, and everybody was saying the same exact thing of, he don't have enough film. He don't have enough film. He don't have enough film.
Man, so that was. Y'all could have seen Hosie.
That was, hey.
Hosie went from the sleeper on the bench to being one of the top dogs come senior year. All Hosie needed was a chance, bro. When they finally gave him his chance, he didn't let go. He didn't let up. He put his foot on their neck and ran with it.
And like I said, all that.
Now look at him. He an athlete. He didn't play football in college. And graduated college. Man.
Oh, that's credit to God.
If y'all knew the hoes that I knew growing up, going through high school, to the hoes and now, you wouldn't think that they the same person. And all I can say is, man, I'm grateful to be able to see this man progress from who he was to who he is now. Being there with him this whole ride, it's been great. It's something that I can really appreciate, because not only did he do it himself, he had so much going against him. For him to overcome that was real. And for me to have everything going for me and to actually just fall off the way I did, that was real humble.
I give all the credit to God and everybody on this earth that I've met through Ashton. Like, even everybody that's watching this, just know y'all are part of the reason I am here today, where I am. But yeah, it hurt for people to come up there and just say you don't have enough film. I ended up going to Louisiana Christian University. I knew I was going to Louisiana Christian University a week before fall camp. If anybody that's in Alexandria, y'all go to Ash High School, Alexandria Senior High. Ask Coach McLaughlin, and he'll tell you. I don't know if you remember that story or not, but a week before fall camp is when I knew I was going to LCU. At that time, it was LC. 4 years, that wasn't my first choice. What I wanted after high school was I wanted to go play D1, a big stadium. I knew I could play because of I finally gained more confidence, and also going against shout out to Terrace Marshall. His birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday. If you watch this,
Terrace Marshall, Justin Rogers, Marquise Stevenson, Marquez Stevenson.
Well, the only one I face personally is Terrace Marshall. He in the league. So shout out to him, man. Meant to be. Check out his products as well. I'm gonna tag him. I'm gonna tag him in this video. I'm gonna put his stuff in the description. But after playing him, I said, okay, if I can play against him, he came out the year after me. If I can play against him, I can play against anybody in the world. Cam Dave. If I can play against Cam Dave every day of practice, I know for sure I can play against anybody. So when none of that went how I expected, I was forced to face a cold and hard reality. Hey, you gotta go get some more. You know what I'm saying? I got to LC. It didn't work out for a long time. Then junior year I started. It was in rotation actually, and I started some games. I was in rotation with Bennett Clark, my brother, Rashawn West, my brother. I love y'all, man. And then my senior year, I made 2 mistakes in practice, 2 big mistakes, missing 2 big hits. I will admit to that. And then after that, it was they put the freshman in. My little brother Bi. There's another one named Jet. We don't really talk no more, but hey, may peace be upon you wherever you at.
No shade to DBs, but you know how they go.
Yeah.
Ankle tackle.
So it wasn't no ankle tackle. I just missed it. I missed both of them. So that happened. I went to UL this past semester. I walked on, made it, and people say, well, why you left? Why'd you leave? Life has a lot of time. Life forces you to make a decision, and sometimes you have to go against what you want in order to get what you need, and also go against what you want in order to get done what needs to be done. So that's the reason I'm back in Shreveport. My heart goes out to all the people in Lafayette I've met. I love y'all. The football team, man, I love y'all. Y'all welcome me in with open arms and everything. From Johnny, I'm gonna call him A-Town Johnny, number 88. Man, so great people, but I left Lafayette because I had to make certain decisions. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I had to make certain decisions because when God tell you to take a left, you gotta do that. When you gotta do what you need to do. Otherwise,
you won't be able to do what you want to do.
Exactly. So that's just where I'm at now. I'm still open to going professional. If anybody see this, hey, I'm still open to going professional. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. How do you feel you have succeeded since you graduated high school, and since you have left Alcorn? If I said that wrong, forgive me.
You said it right.
Okay.
You said it right. You said it right. Shout out Alcorn. Shout out to fam. Everybody that I met out there, I'm glad to see that y'all have graduated. And not only that y'all have graduated, but y'all actually went y'all own paths and begun to do y'all own things. I'm so proud of y'all. I hope y'all are proud of me. The thing about the reality of me leaving and where I've come from, where I've come since then, like I said, I started my own side gig, camera work, videos. I started writing books. Spent a lot of time working on my mental state to get that back to where it was. And that itself, that mental journey that I took, that's a whole story. That's a large success story and a major part of who I've become and who I am today. I spent a lot of time learning how to be a man and be a better person, thanks to after losing my sister at the start of 2019, come in January 2019, come May, I picked up a camera. I used that as a way to honor her memory in my own personal way. Because growing up, she would always have me take a picture, and I would never want to do it. I would always complain, but I'd just go take them anyway. Right. And every time she would try to butter me up, but you take the best picture, you take the best picture. But come around to November of 2018, November, December, I just asked her one day, let me take your picture. I took the pictures, they came out great. And that was literally one of the last times I actually got to pick up a camera and take a picture of my sister, or even just have a real heart-to-heart with my sister. That following year, 2 months later, she's gone. And the first thing I could think of in a way to honor her memory, or just to show my love for her, was to grab a camera. It was never expected. Like I said, everybody expected me to be a football player, be a star athlete, be this big shot. But that's not what I wanted for myself. So to actually get away from everybody else's expectations, actually take a step in my own direction, follow my own path, that's a major success. That's a big win in my book. Got out of college, started working. But the habits I picked up in college, when they were before college, but got heavy in college, made it seem as if I was working for nothing. And when I finally got over those and got an even better job because I gave up on those old habits, things have been looking different, have been looking up even more. I'm actually able to not only just smile on the outside, but on the inside as well.
Right. Yeah, I remember that day like it was yesterday. Me and Nevaeh had just left. What's it called? I think we just left Raceway. You know, the street was blocked off. We was trying to figure out why. And we went around and coming up the street, and, you know, all that. But we're not gonna get to all that. Alyse, may you rest in peace. I remember all that. Track practice and all.
Track practices.
Oh man, my little worms in my head. That's when I had baby dreads. For those of you that don't know, I had dreads back in the Gap. Man,
I ain't never had them. My hair ain't never been able to grow that long.
Bruh. But that's real. So for your successes though, I would say I feel like everybody's more successful than they see. You know, so like you feel I'm successful to a certain extent, but I don't see everything that you see. You know, same thing.
I don't see everything you see.
Yeah. Same thing for me. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Well, same thing for you. You don't see everything I see. You know what I'm saying? Like we have classmates that have gone, like dead in jail. Some, most recently. So it's a thing of like life after. Soon as you graduate,
life hits soon as you graduate.
Like soon as you walk across. So really, soon as you walk across that stage, get into that building, you walk across that stage. That's when things are going to change that you didn't even know about. You might think, nah, it ain't going to change that much. No, it's going to change a lot, especially the first that summer.
That first summer, it may seem good for that first month or two, but when that next school year come around, oh yeah, reality gonna hit.
You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna experience a lot.
Like I've been losing people since I was young. Lost my first close friend when I was 12. Ever since then, the list just gets longer. And it was people in college that I met. Lost them. Long live Tazi. We'll never forget you, my brother. But it's some things in high school you wouldn't expect the people that you grew up with to pass. It's something that it's hard to process. It's even hard to even imagine. The people you grew up with, you went to class with, you hung out with every day, 8 hours a day. sometimes 10, 11 if you played sports, had clubs. You would never expect them people not to be here right next to you. Because you spend so much time with them, you built these bonds with them, and for them to pass away at such an early age is mind blowing to some. The thing about that is one thing I had to tell myself and learn for myself: life goes on. You can't dwell on the ones you've lost when there's still those alive that need you. Like right before I left for work, my great grandmother had passed. Everybody was devastated. And I told them, yes, she's gone, but we still have a family here that still love us. One leaf may fall from a tree, but as that leaf falls, it feeds the nutrients back to the tree to help continue to grow. You still have a whole canopy of leaves over your head providing shade, providing protection from rain. You still have to feed into those who are with you, who are still alive, who care about you and that you care about. And that's another thing on that subject when it comes to leaving college, leaving high school, going into college, and afterwards, you're gonna realize who really for you and who not. You're gonna realize who really for you and who not.
I think that rain gonna look. Everybody true colors gonna show when the rain comes. I just tweeted that today. Everybody true colors gonna show when the rain comes. And God dog it, I see all these colors for real.
When true colors show, don't act colorblind.
Do you hear me as you're listening? Please don't act colorblind. That purple. That ain't blue, that purple. But
that purple, that ain't indigo.
Me, I know the difference. But no, that's real. That's point blank period. Like Ashton said, that life after high school is so different. And some people are used to losing so many people. I don't think you ever really get used to losing people. I feel like you get kind of numb to it.
You get numb to it, and you start to realize, like, okay, people are gonna pass. It's life. What can I do for those who are still here while I'm still here?
Exactly. Like, I also understand too when it comes to like the way I look at it. You can even use this. Don't let that rain be a reason to cry. Let that rain be the reason to grow. If you always complain about the rain, you're never gonna grow. You're not gonna understand life more. You're not gonna be able to handle situations. I look at a lot of situations, and I do my best to look at it as everything I'm going through right now, everything I'm doing right now is preparing me for the life I want to live. When I'm a husband, and I'm a father, for the next people I met, I might meet a random kid, and I might be that mentor. You know what I'm saying? Everything is preparing me for that life. And if I can't get through this right now, how do I expect to lead my kids? How do I expect to lead my wife, my family? You know what I'm saying? When I'm a grandfather, how do I, you know what I'm saying? If my kids decide to have kids whenever I have kids. So I probably said that too fast, but y'all just rewind it and do that. But if I can't get through these things now, you know what I'm saying? How do I expect to help others? How do I expect to grow? How do I expect to do what God has for me? That's one thing. That's the way I look at things. If I can't get through this, how do I expect to help anybody else? You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with Ashton. Like, he's helped me, I've helped him. You know what I'm saying? But it's been situations prior in life that we've dealt with individually that has gotten us to that point. So like I say, when people passing, like when my mother passed, may she rest in peace. And people get on me because sometimes I joke about it, but that I kid you not. If y'all knew my mama, she'd tell me to joke about it.
Such a sweet lady.
Mama Tawana. Like when she passed, that's how Vulnerable on Front Street came out. Really, that's really the big major reason why it came out. Because I said, all right, how do I elevate from here as a young man, as a black man, as an athlete, as a person, as a son, as a grandson? How do I elevate? How do I set a great example for people? What's the next level for me? And then that's when I came out with Vulnerable on Front Street.
And it's more, to expand on that, it's more of a, not what she would want you to do in her way, but what would she want you to do for you?
Right.
that goes back to the reality of leaving high school, going into college. In high school, you have to be at school.
Right.
You have to go. Every day you have to go. You don't go, you miss so many days, parents be taking the court. Go to college, your professor might tell you, you ain't gotta come today. The professor might not even care. But it's on you to determine, do I really want to be here?
Right.
Is this something that I really want to do? Or is it something that my family wants me to do? My friends want me to do? You have to find your resolve, your reason why. Not just because my family wants me to go, or my family wants me to do this, or my friends are doing this. You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? It's because I want to do this.
Right.
You will lose people on the way. You will lose yourself.
That's the worst person to try to lose. That's the worst person to lose. Is yourself. The worst person to lose is yourself. The worst person to lose is yourself.
Now,
because I lost myself going from.
I lost my, like I said, after when my mental state went bad, I lost myself after I lost myself in college, and I spent all these years after gaining myself back. And the real thing about it is, when you do lose yourself, it's a good thing, because you lose that persona of who you were when you were a kid. It gives you a chance to find out who you are as an adult, as a man, as a woman. It gives you that chance to actually open your eyes up to what is this world that we live in. You unlearn all of the things that your parents taught you. You relearn some of the older things. You begin to learn even newer things, better things.
Preacher!
Because when it comes to it, being human, being on this earth, it's tough. And it's for a lot of us to be black, for a lot of viewers to be black, minority men, minority women.
Do you hear?
Not even just a race thing. The government is against us. I ain't trying to bring that into this, but hey, there's a lot against us. And your struggle may be different from my struggle. My struggle may be different from his struggle. His struggle may be different from your struggle. But here's the thing, you have to realize, like, everybody's going through something. You can sit around, be stuck up, mean, rude for no reason, nonchalant, cold-hearted, whatever you want to call it. Who are you as a person? Are you a good person? Or are you an asshole with a cold heart and mean?
Any person that's a quote-unquote asshole,
it's really hurting on the inside.
That's really what it is. Deep down inside, you hurt, and you still, you know what I'm saying, you got all that aggression. A lot of people that are aggressive and they're quote-unquote angry all the time, it always go deeper than that. You know, it always go deeper than that. Even people, just, you know, a personal
trauma.
Personal thing, yeah, personal trauma. But the personal thing for me was I used to be suicidal, depression, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was real for me. And I used to pray, you know what I'm saying? I used to pray to God, like, God, you know, I used to try to provoke him. I used to try to provoke his wrath, be like, you fake, you ain't real. Pray, like, God, take me out. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of things I went through, and I got to that point, especially, like, just going through life. I didn't want to live. I prayed to God so many times to take me out, like, take me out of my sleep, you know what I'm saying? Take me out during my sleep. I prayed to God, let me be in a car crash. I didn't, if y'all up here in Shreveport know, but I didn't drove, y'all know how long North Market is, how busy it is. I done drove all the way the whole street, well, from that Wendy's on up, past that Brooks's. I ran it through every intersection. I had my emergency lights on, but I went through every intersection, pressing the gas. I was like, nope, hopefully somebody hit me, you know what I'm saying? But now time have I died, obviously, because I'm here. But always, it's a purpose. It's a purpose, and I feel if you say you want to die, like, why? What is it that you don't want to stop? Like, what is it that you want to stop? What is it that you don't want to feel or experience no more?
What are you running from?
That's what, yeah, what are you running from? That's what I feel. Personally, that's what it was for me. So if anybody comes to me and asks me or tell me, hey, they want to kill themselves, I'm going to tell you, what is it that you really want to stop? Because you really don't want to kill yourself.
Because if you did, you would have been gone. You would have gone by now.
Exactly. It's a saying, if you want to kill yourself, throw yourself in the ocean. You'll find yourself trying to save yourself. It's because it's parts of you that you're trying to run from and not experience. It's things you're trying to hide from. That's, I feel personally and honestly believe, that's what it always is.
You gotta let that hurt. The reason my photography business is called Eye of the Storm, because if you paid attention to signs, in every storm it's chaos all around, but in the center of the storm, or the eye of the storm, that's where it's quiet and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So we find peace in the eye of the storm. You see comes through clouds, dark times, through that first wall. Then there's peace in the eye, and here comes a second wave. Clouds, storms, chaos, but after that, the sun shines. You have to go through those hard times in order to find out who you are. Those tough times build character.
Man.
And if you didn't go, you may have went through them in high school. And when the real world hit you, when you have to start paying bills, have to start actually learning how to fend for self, then you're gonna have a real rough awakening if you don't prepare yourself for it. This is a message to all the new graduates. Focus. Find you a plan, stick to that plan, but also be happy with yourself and find you some friends that actually care about you. Not for what you can do for them, but those friends who actually want to just see you succeed. Whether it's the smallest of accomplishments that you have or the biggest of accomplishments, find you some friends who will treat you like you treat you, and who will treat themselves like you would treat them. People will deny it all the time, but if you hang around 10 broke people or 9 broke people, what that make you? The 10th broke person. You hang around 9 rich people, that's gonna push you to be the 10th rich person. You hang around 9 messy females, what's that gonna make you? The 10th messy female. You hang around 9 dedicated people, what's that gonna make you? 10th dedicated person. You surround yourselves by those who reflect the way that your life is going. Or you can surround yourself by those who reflect the life that you want for yourself.
I feel personally, you have to have a goal, but the plan might change to achieve that goal. You know, sometimes, me personally, everybody's path to the league is different. Some people expect high school, college, 3 years, league. You know, some people do 4 years, get the degree, league. But I feel like you have to always be able and willing to adapt the plan, but keep the goal the same. You know, but also, keep in mind, you have to also know what's for you and what's not for you. Just because you're able to do something, that doesn't mean that's meant for you.
In reference to me, I was a great athlete. Any sport I had attempted, I was able to excel at. But personally, that's not something that I wanted to do my whole life. I was smart. I wanted to be able to sit down and use my brain. Brains over bronze. That's all. That's what I really want. Make money sitting down, not really having to work too hard. And I know a lot of people can relate to that part. A lot of people can relate to that part. But in order to actually do that and go down that route, it was something that I had to let go of. I I had to let go of sports in order to find out what else I wanted to do. So I picked up a camera, find out ways to be more creative with myself. My goal, long-term goal is to be successful. However it may happen, depends on the plan I take, the route I take. Your dream and goals die when you give up on them. So if you choose to never give up, you will always find a way to reach that final goal, whether that final destination, whether you take this left path, the right path, or the one that go the long route, the short route. Whichever route you take, be sure that you remain focused on what the long-term goal is.
Always make sure too, you're not following the crowd. Please don't follow the crowd. Because a lot of times, following the crowd is going to get you nowhere. So all y'all just going to be nowhere together. It's going to seem like fun, but you're nowhere. But if you take the path that's meant for you, which also is sometimes, a lot of times, most likely going to involve friends falling away.
Oh, you're going to lose a lot of friends.
Losing friends, losing family. I'm be honest. Your own family may even talk about you.
Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family.
So when it came down to it, a lot of people can agree, but mental health and certain issues that you have with yourself is not really talked about in a lot of black households. I would say that from speaking from experience. But when I wrote the book and I put it out there, everybody was like, why didn't you tell me this and this, da-da-da-da-da-da, woo-de-woo? It's because y'all never gave me the open space, never gave me the freedom to really express myself. It was do as I say, not as I do. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Anything besides that, it was always something else with it. You know what I'm saying? It was always like a consequence or something. But when I learned, writing the book, the first one, Vulnerable on Front Street, I'll put it in the description. That was me. I've always been a front street person, but being vulnerable and telling the world, you know what I'm saying, really just opening myself up to the world, and I don't really open myself to anybody. So it was the thing of when I did that, it helped me grow as a person, but also I seen the effect it had on a lot of people around me. It allowed a lot of people to grow, shine their light. And I said, God, thank you. You know, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody else to shine their light. It's not about me selling 1,000,000 copies. It's not about none of that. If this book can help one person, it served its purpose. And I done had multiple people text me, call me, DM me on Instagram saying, thank you, like, I read this page, hey, like, this helped me. Dang, hey, I never knew you went through that. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that anybody can do that will help another person out. And in the process, it'll help you out. Have you separated yourself from the crowd?
Man, a way I've separated myself from the crowd, besides getting away from sports, I've actually ventured more into my writing side. That's where my books come in. A lot of people want to make music. I dabbled there, but I realized that's not really my thing. Of course I can write songs, but making the music itself, I leave that to others. I picked up a camera. Now, if everybody making music, who gonna shoot the videos?
Right.
You have to realize for yourself what do you want to do? What makes you happy? When you find yourself alone, just sitting in your room or close to the brink of jumping off the edge, take a step back and think. What do I do in my free time? Right. What brings me peace? With that, I actually got back into watching anime again, playing video games. I don't do it much, but when I do, I actually enjoy it. Cooking, writing. I'll draw here and there. Those little things bring me to peace. Not many people. I've met many people. Actually, I have met many people that do write, make music, all this. I encourage those people to continue doing it. If it's something that brings you peace outside of another person, outside of other people, if it brings you your comfort in your zone and by yourself, hold on to it. Add to it. Perfect that skill. If you paint, your drawing, you may feel like your drawings don't look like anything now. Keep at it. Keep developing that skill.
Please.
Keep working. Just keep doing you. You can't be nobody else but you. So you might as well get used to being who you are and doing what you do the best way that you can do you.
You created for a reason. Everybody was created for a reason.
Everybody was created individually to be their own person. If you depend on someone else to bring you happiness, you will never be able to find your own when you're alone. Separate yourself from the crowd. If everybody going to the club on Saturday, you don't have to run up behind them, cause you will spend $20, $40, $40, $60 to get in the club just to stand there and look at each other. You will spend, depending on which club you go to, you'll spend $200, $300 on a bottle that costs $70 at the corner store. You will spend all that money to see the same people that you will see if you just go outside.
That's real.
You will spend, and all of that is going to waste when you can be using that money preparing yourself for the future. You spending, okay, these new shoes just came out, they $300. All you got is $300, but you want the shoes. If you take that $300 and invest it elsewhere, to where it can come back to itself and multiply itself, you would be able to buy those shoes and the next ones that come out. But a lot of people want to just take this $300 and go buy these $300 shoes and say that they got $300 shoes, and now you ain't got no $300 in your bank account.
You ain't got the first of all, if it's $300, you got $300. You ain't got enough to buy because you got taxes in there too. And the tax, like what, took close to 10%. Them shoes we're gonna be like $330. $330,
$340.
You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got enough to buy the shoes.
You can't afford it. If you can't buy it 3-4 times, it's something you can't afford. It's something you don't.
Me personally, separating myself from the crowd, man. I've always kind of done that, subconsciously, physically. But that's also because I never liked too many people around me. Growing up, military kid, I've always been on the go. So it's always been. I don't know how many. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here.
How was it there with like 5 people in high school?
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else I knew, cool. I'm cool with y'all. Dap you up and everything, hug you, Going about my business. But a lot of times people see me, I'm always by myself. But that's also, be honest with y'all, that's also important to just me still healing as a person, black man, black kid. Everything I went through is still me healing. I'm still healing from a lot of things. But I separate myself from the crowd a lot. Sorry about that, y'all. But I separate myself from the crowd a lot because it was always time for me to separate. Hey, hold on, I'm doing an episode. I'll call you back.
Oh my God! All right.
Yeah. Had to separate myself. Me writing, me being very blunt with myself and putting my writings out there. Man, that too. And when it came down to football, I always felt like if I cheated the workout, I was cheating myself. I was cheating the man next to me. And he'll tell you, I just be on go. Rain, sleet, snow. I'll be out there in shorts. The shirt they gave us and some tennis shoes. It didn't matter if it was wet. It didn't matter if it was snowing. Every time it was snowing, ice.
Bro, it was real life sleeting sideways.
And we out there doing
we out there running the track, running the whole stadium, and it's literally sleeting sideways. It ain't coming down, it's coming sideways.
Like Forrest Gump said. It even rain from underneath.
The thing though, you have to find people to separate yourself from the crowd. Is realizing the things that are really cool or that are viewed as cool aren't really cool. You have to realize, like, okay, just because they out over there doing drugs, you don't have to do that. Just because they skipping school, you don't have to do that. Just because they going to the club every week, you don't have to do that. It's things that just because somebody else is doing, you don't have to do it. I got partners, I got friends who do their thing. I see them do, I hang out with them, I let them do them. They don't peer pressure me into doing anything that I don't want to do. They respect, you'll be more respected taking your own route, being yourself, than you will pretending to be somebody that you're not. You have to be real with yourself, be blunt with yourself and say, hey, this ain't you. This ain't what you really want to do. That ain't who you is. You have to tell yourself that. Take that second to actually realize, like, man, why am I doing this? I ain't never did it before. I don't even like this, but I'm doing it. Why are you doing it then? If you don't like it, what image are you trying to force upon yourself and the world? Instead of actually just being yourself, being comfortable in your skin, and letting the world find you.
Wrapping everything up. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your time. We can never pay y'all back for your time, but y'all spent it with us. I appreciate that on so many levels. Like I say, shout out to everybody that's watching it. Many blessings on your journey. I'm gonna put Ashton's Instagrams in there. Whatever else you want. Like he said, be on the lookout for his book, Nostalgia
Phoenix Flame.
Nostalgia Phoenix Flame. I know it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak too much on it, but I know it's gonna be great. So I mean, yeah, episode 7, man, that's a wrap. 4 Park, Shreveport, Louisiana. If you want to be in there, just comment, email me, something. Y'all can get in contact with me. If you watch it, you can get in contact with me. I know for a fact.
Hell, if you know me, I can get in touch with them too for you. Just let us know something.
Exactly.
But if you need camera work, I'm your man. Yeah, I even do my own set of videos on the side.
Like I said, it's gonna be in the bio description. Y'all check that out for me. We out this thing.